To another Battle of the Clans Season 3 battle. This is a Round 3 match, the first Round 3 match of Season 3, and we have CDR facing off against Unleashed. We're almost ready to get this battle going. The training room looks like it's filled up, but before we do that, UGCC would like to make an announcement about a new sponsor they have. And you can see their logo up in the top left corner there, right beside the World of Clans Battle, or World of Tanks Battle of the Clans Season 3 logo. And that would be War Merch, and their website is war-merch.com. Would you like to say a little bit about that, Sticky?
Yeah, for sure. Warmerch.com is definitely an awesome website. You can pretty much find anything that's World of Tanks, World of Warships, World of Warplanes, any kind of merchandise like that. Also, another thing to mention about it, first-time buyers get 10% off your first purchase. You can also add your email to their newsletters for deals and sales, especially with the holidays and all that coming up. And I also, myself, bought a tank keychain from the website, and it's really good quality stuff. So if you like World of Tanks stuff and you like anything that has to do with any wargaming stuff, you should definitely check out the website. And it's really good prices on the stuff also.
Yeah, those keychains actually have quite a nice weight to them.
Yeah, they definitely do. We had a UGCC guy just come in here and crash the party real quick. Shout out to Chloe for being in the EU servers for some odd reason. And we're just waiting for a ready up from CDR and UNL, actually. What were you going to say, Beaver?
Weasel.
The Weasel.
So War Merch will be sponsoring UGCC and their Battle of the Clans tournament from now on. So I will be putting that up in the corner for you guys while I'm hosting these matches. Let's go to... Boom. There we go. Now you can see the lobby is full. At this point, have they confirmed everyone is in?
Alright, and it looks like UNL is all in. And I'm asking CDR what the map and spawn is now. Yeah, I'm going to lock down the room. I think that CDR was in here the whole time. I just wanted to make sure that the room was good for them. And, they got all their guys in here. And it looks like UNL's going to come with a little bit less guys. But that's all right. I think UNL usually always comes with their same 7 or 8. Anyway. CDR.
I'm going to check out the bracket here. So UNL got a bye straight to round 2, and then they beat L7 to make it to round 3. And CDR has come all the way from round 1. They beat Katra in round 1, and then they beat NFTG in round 2, and that was a great match. And I'm really excited to see UNL versus CDR here. They've really shown themselves to be top clans from the EU side. This is the first match. On that note, this is the first match that I will ever stream on the EU servers. Both teams are EU teams, so they requested to, but they both asked if they could be on the EU server for this match, and I mean, there's no reason why not if both teams want that.
Yeah, it only makes sense to do it like that. Give it a little highlight on CDR.
You have to change it to War, Sticky. Pacific Island War encounter.
Oh, it is an encounter also? Oh, okay. Pacific Island War encounter.
This is going to be a first.
Okay.
I have not seen Pacific Island used in a competitive setting yet.
I was going to say, never seen. This is going to be a first.
We did it in one of our in-house events on Typhoon mode, which was which was fun. We did a 2v2 tournament, and we used Typhoon Mode War, or Typhoon Mode Encounter of Pacific Island. It was fun. The downside to the weather variance is it makes for difficult streaming because there's so much rain and snow or whatever the weather variant is, inhibiting the view range of the camera.
Yeah, you can't see anything in those maps, and like light tanks are dominant on that. Anytime I play a light tank in pub matches, then it's got that the weather variance. I love it.
Yeah, but in a 2v2, it doesn't really help.
Oh, right.
The light tank.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Only if you have a team behind you to hit the targets you find. If you're one of two people on your team. But this
CDR is an Italian clan, and UNL is a UK clan. Well, I know for the most part UNL is a UK clan. But CDR, they're a good group of guys. I know they're all pretty close, and they're an Italian clan. I don't think that anybody else I haven't met like a clan that was straight from Italy or anything like that. So if anything, they're definitely the #1 clan from their country. I mean, I never met a full clan that was Italian. So these dudes are definitely, definitely good players, and they showed their worth last week when they beat or in the last round when they beat Immortals. So
it's really cool to see
play
teams come from. They played NFTG.
NFTG, there you go.
CDRB,
oh my God,
NFTG.
yeah. Immortals lost to Wham. Wham also.
Wham.
They showed their. I'm all confused right now. There's so many good teams in this tournament. Yeah, Wham played a really good game also. And I'd say all three of those matches were upsets. Me and Ranger were talking about the other night.
Yeah, I would have expected to see NFTG, Immortals, VP, those clans making it to round 3.
Right.
But with so many
VP
good
versus
clans.
6. I didn't think that was going to be a 3-0.
Had to play on
I thought
your
it was going to go to Ghost Town, and it was just going to be a grinder. I thought that's what it was going to be like.
We haven't yet seen one go to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, not this season. Last season there was 3, and there was 4, and in the first season there was only 2, and in the second season, I'm not trying to be confusing right now, but in the second season there was 3 that happened in the first round. So like right off the bat, like a whole bunch of games where Ghost Towns. DWP 1992 actually has those on his YouTube. YouTube name is the name I just mentioned. And he's going to be one of the streamers that's doing the thing that's happening on November 4th. And which UGCC is also participating in it. And there's a whole bunch of clans that are going to be in that on November 4th.
25 hours
and November
event.
Yeah, and then November 3rd is the fantasy tanks, and I'm an owner on one of the teams, and I'm happy to be an owner, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
I'm a projected 5th round pick.
Yeah, Rangers. Ranger is
out of 5 rounds.
Yeah, there's no, there is 10. If I'm correct on what Pants told me, but I'm about 90% sure that Pants told me that it was 10 players on your team.
Yes. 10 teams, 10 teams, 100 players.
It's 10 teams? I thought it was 8. They added 2 more?
Okay, maybe I'm wrong then. I shouldn't.
From the information that I have, is that it's 8 owners.
I thought it was
and 10 players. I don't know.
I thought it was 100
Our information's
players.
all over. Oh, maybe. Then maybe you're right.
That's
the last time I talked to Pants,
I thought it was 10 owners too, but I could be wrong as well.
I talked
But
to
at any
Vance
rate,
maybe
if you look at the
2 weeks ago
Discord
about it.
here, it looks
They're
like both teams
ready.
are readied
They're
up.
ready.
Both teams are ready? Okay.
My phone died.
So,
Sorry. I had to plug it back.
I really like to see clans, like we were saying earlier, CDR being from Italy and UNL being from UK. I really like seeing teams that are localized like this, like representing their region.
Kind of like the World Cup of tennis.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool if we could get teams put together from your best clan, the best teams a country could put together as a nation.
That would be cool.
Don't start. You only have, I don't know what the hell you're doing there, Sticky, but you don't have the UNL guys unspectated.
Yeah, well, what I was doing there was, well, they didn't have a tank picked, so it's a little infraction for
that.
CDR
But you
there.
still have to unspectate that one guy.
Yeah.
Got it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So, we are ready to go. CDR is rolling out with 2 E50s, a Skoda T50.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The list has disappeared, and we will finish that when it starts.
I'm sorry, everybody. I did not mean that.
Just trying to get it quick.
I'm just like, yeah, I didn't want people to wait anymore and listen to
Amateur.
This is true.
Amateur.
The people.
Amateur night.
So this is
Amateur
round
nights.
1 of a Battle of the Clans Season 3 Round 3 match between CDR and UNL. CDR is coming out with 2 E50s, a Skoda T50, 2 T32s, a T10, and a Wiz 1111-4. UNL, Cav, would you call that out, or is that off your screen?
Yeah, UNL's Psycho's coming out with M41 Bulldog, a pair of E50s, 2 T10s, a W, and a pair of WZs 1111-4.
So we have CDR in the red, UNL in the blue. CDR got to choose this map and this spawn. So they must have something in mind here, making an unusual pick like this.
The last battle we watched, they had strategies and things that they worked on. So it's interesting to me that I've never seen this map to see what they're gonna do.
Sure, they
Mad
have
Max is just
a
getting
good
lit up.
position to get to here on the base. They've come straight to the base. UNL sent core of their team to the base as well. They did send Psycho Pooch and It's Sam to kind of do a bit of overwatch to the middle.
You gotta know where Psycho is, and that Bulldog. He is very sneaky, and he likes to get around on the edges and put shots into you. You gotta pay attention to him. As you can see now, he's starting to move, and they're sending their E50s to the flank.
Mad Max has not gotten himself into enough cover here. He's almost down already. He's somewhere in the mix of those. Oh no, he's on the back hill.
Yeah, he was up on the
And
on
it's
the
the
cliff
2
up here, and
E50s.
he had taken
Two
some
E50s
shots,
in
and
the
then
middle
he
can-
proceeded to move down.
Rated but Hated got into a really good spot right in the start of the match when they started coming up that side. And them guys all fixated on him. I'm not sure if they would have had a shot on the T10s and the WZ over here, but he wound up going up there with that Wiz in a really good position. And
UNL's done a
they
great
can't-
job to get their E50s in a spot where they can shoot straight through the middle.
Yep,
So
that was a good
CDR's
place,
got
but
Yeah.
those guys
themselves covering
They're pinched.
the front of that cap, and then the E50s are unloading from the middle. Psycho Pooch has made his way around. He has been detected, but Mad Max is moving forward. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll see what happens, I guess.
Looks like Chico is over there trying to watch where the Bulldog is.
'Cause I
Looks like
think-
he knows where he is.
Because if they chip down Max anymore, Psycho can probably make a run at him and just do a quick run by and get him.
But it could go both ways here too. If they can get a couple, if they can take out tanks.
It's exactly what's going to happen, look.
Psycho Pooch is coming in on Mad Max.
Yeah, Mad Max is in a really bad spot right now. That's not going to benefit him being in that spot.
Pooch turns and puts a shot in the Angie.
UNL's
Huge
taking
difference in hit
major,
points right now.
yeah, major health chunks out of CDR right now.
UNL
Pretty much
has
the only guys on
over
UNL that
twice
took
the
any
health
damage.
advantage right now.
Yeah, E50 and Bulldog.
Shot, I missed him take.
UNL has 4 tanks at virtually full health. Only a shot taken by 2 tanks here, and those are the tanks that are going to do the overmatch push right here.
They're pushing
on the base
really hard.
They focus fire either the Wiz, which they just did, or the T10. Now the T32 and the E50 are going to fall as well. So UNL played a very good strategy there, having those E50s just putting the pressure on the back end flank of CDR while leaving their 4 heavies to just keep them honest and not be able to push onto the cap. Comes down to Jico as the last tank here, and that's going to be a UNL victory.
I mean, CDR just did not look as sharp as they did against NFTG in that match. I mean, it looked just like it didn't really even look like there was too much plan to that.
I don't think they anticipated UNL to not send all 7 guys to the cap.
Right, but last time it looked like they thought about a lot of things, like they were well thought out, their strat was, and this time it just looked like, hey, we're going to go onto the ridge and we're going to, I don't know, it didn't look as well thought out as it was last time when I saw them. It's Sam. It's 2,700 damage in his E50. The other E50, not so much, 1,500 damage. Everything else is pretty much evened out. And the only person that broke 1,000 is, I don't want to, I'm just going to say his name, Jico. Jeeqo.
Jico.
Skoda T50. Yeah, he had 1,500 damage. Everybody else below 1,000 damage for CDR.
UNL had 3 guys with over 2,000 damage, and that's, that'll brew for a loss right there. And especially the way Weasel spotted it out, that there was, 2 guys that had full health, and then, another 2 guys that only took a shot apiece. So that's not really helping your team at all, especially if everybody's going on the cap, and then that WZ went up there on that hill right there and kind of stopped everybody from being able to move up anymore.
Pooch would like the same spawn.
Okay. Same sides. I'd like to thank all the clans that like to stay same side, and they just keep the same, so I don't have to switch up everybody, and I could just keep everybody right where they are.
Room modding made simple.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that CDR thought that they were all going to come there like that. Just seems like Pooch needed to pretty much see where they were, and then once he seen where he was, the whole team, he needed to go, into that back area where they spawned, and pretty much just that E50 came up into a spot where I guess he may not have seen that Bulldog. And there's 2 E50s that were sitting in that spot right there. I wouldn't have really sat there, but I guess maybe they were just causing a little bit of distraction. And then they just started focus firing on the rest of the last couple guys that were left. I don't think in any of last season we had a cap on the maps that were used, same in season 1. And season 3, there's no limit on the encounter that you can use. You could use any map that's encounter.
UNL is ready.
UNL's ready?
I thought I had read that the only restriction you had put was as long as it's encounter and no
weather variants. Mm-hmm.
No weather variants.
Yeah.
I want to say
no
the
weather.
first season
I did forget to mention that.
We used
WCL. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And then I think for season 2, we
went to any encounter map with no weather.
No, season
Or
2 we
no,
still
I
say
take that back. You're
no, we
right.
still say WCL, and we added a couple
You
more
added
maps.
a couple. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. And then season 3, I was just like, I'm just gonna add all the encounters. No weather variants. It's a lot. You know, it'll give more of a selection. More teams will be able to learn on maps that they never played on. You know, if in advance or in the future, I meant they want to
Both
play
teams
on.
are ready.
Yeah, or they want to play on Wednesday night fights or anything. They could learn other maps that they never played.
I like seeing the weird maps, and I wouldn't say weird.
It keeps things fresh.
Yeah,
Different.
It's different. Yeah, it's cool.
I don't even
Kind of.
I don't even mind the weather variants, but as a streamer, the weather variants are kind of annoying.
I think the weather maps kind of change everything for tournament format. I think, to me, it shouldn't play unless it's. I don't know. Like, I just think it adds too much. It takes too much away from the skill level that you get from these guys when they're playing on the regular maps.
Well, I don't think CDR's changed their lineup. It looks the same to me. 2 E50s, a Skoda T50, 2 T32s, a T10, and a Wiz Too Many Ones.
Yeah, UNL's with the F41 Bulldog. UNL comes with the same lineup. Did they have the T10s last time? I'm sorry. The M41 Bulldog, the pair E50s, the 2 T10s, and the 2 WZ Too Many Ones.
Yeah, that is the same lineup that they went with, and I think CDR's going with the same lineup they went with last time also.
Last time we saw UNL send those E50s to that central location with Psycho Coach going
like
around in the Bulldog.
Let's
and
see
those
if
4
CDR
heavies
counters,
went to the cap side.
Yeah, counters maybe does something different so that UNL can't send those E50s up into that middle section part of the map.
Hopefully they do something different here. If they do that same thing again and try and do the same formula, I don't think it's going to work out too well.
I don't.
It might just be the same thing. I think the CDR might adjust here though.
Yeah, they're really smart players. I bet.
We saw them adjust well in the NFTG match, and I believe they lost round 1 in the NFTG match.
They did lose the first one. Yeah. They didn't look very good in that first round actually, and then after that it was all them. Maybe they like to play better from behind. We tend to do that too. We like to go down 2 games and have to win 3 games.
Yeah, that's happened a few times, more than a few times actually.
UNL is doing very similar.
And actually, when you win like that, it feels a lot better.
Sam in the back.
Yeah, CDR is now putting both E50s. They put one E50 last time. With Mad Max, he took a lot of shots, so maybe it looks like they're kind of hanging back a little farther on the ridge, so they don't have to.
Mad Max has spotted Psycho Pooch and didn't get detected for it, unless it was Angie that spotted him.
Chico is moving.
UNL is going a lot more aggressively at the cap this time. I think after round 1, I think UNL is banking on the fact that CDR won't be as aggressive on the cap, but they're making their move towards it.
E50s are in a much better position to keep them from taking that center position now. In return, UNL's E50s are way back in the spawn.
What they need to do now is that WZ, they can't worry about him right now. They need to worry about the other guys that are below that they can actually shoot at.
Trying to put shots into Mad Max again. Rated but hated is very deep.
Yeah, man, he is in such a good spot right there. Like he just can stay there, unbothered by all them, and because they can't see him, that rock and that that pillbox saves him. He's being bothered.
The biggest problem is if those mediums from the back can hit him. But they've moved around. Avio takes a big hit.
UNL still at 100%.
Yeah, they're taking shots, but they're bouncing.
Rated but hated puts a good shot in the philo. CDR's got to shake something up here.
Yeah, CDR pretty much is getting track shots. Tracks are sucking up every shot they're shooting at these T10s and these WZs over here.
So
All the
what I know from
WZs.
playing UNL is they'll do this. They'll sit there and they'll chip away until they get the advantage, and then a big push will come somewhere. That's what they do. That's from my knowledge of playing against them.
There goes MVEL coming up a little bit to help out Rated.
Psycho Pooch has made it all the way around the hill.
Ooh. Rated just hit. Either the T10 MVEL or Rated hit that T10 ammo rack. I'm not sure if he fixed it or not, but if he didn't,
you can see here right now Psycho Pooch at the top of the hill. He's waiting for his moment to jump in on Mad Max or Chico. I don't think he knows where Chico is right now, so he's kind of concerned. They're both spotted now.
Up to the 6-minute mark.
Pooch is not.
Yeah, CDR.
Not going to make the move.
Settle down a little bit. I don't think UNL's going to do anything dumb. I think they're just going to sit here and keep chipping.
Right, if they make the wrong move, they might bring themselves in there somewhere where they can't come out of and then get focus fired or something like that. Them T-32s, you know, if they could both penetrate and, you know, hit Rated, because they got the overmatch right here on where the flag is, well, at least on the front of it. If that T-32 or the T-10 could hit the WZ. Other than that, MVEL's in a really good spot.
Camp Crab in the back.
Yeah, they're starting to get some shots on the Skoda and stuff. Wow. Yeah, it looks like they pretty much got the map locked up.
To the 5-minute mark.
Still landing shots from the back there. Camp Crab and Black Raptor there, putting some nice shots in from the back.
Yeah, they're not even getting phased by anything back there either. I mean, well, one took a little less than 75%. The other one only got one, you know, shot once.
UNL has only just recently started taking damage in exchange for dealing it, but they're already 26% ahead, and they can afford to go shot for shot at this point.
It's all about HP.
Rated but hated is climbing the hill. He takes out Angie. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was a nice shot.
Nice climb on the hill, and he had to turn the tank and look over the side to get the gun depression on that thing. He's coming down the hill. Here's a move. You see,
they're trying to do a push here, maybe. Yep, it looks like UNL's going to be doing a hard push here.
In.
Oh,
yeah. They're going to come right up behind all these guys.
Yeah, this is going to be quicker here. I can't believe that they just didn't see him come over, otherwise they would all focused on him and didn't come out that way.
Oh, they're going to get stuck in that little alleyway there now. Back
shots. I mean, how they kind of chip away to you.
Mediums are doing it out in the field as well.
Except for Max is there by himself. He should have waited for Jacko to come through with him.
Oh, fire. Jacko down.
Nice snap by him. And that's surprising to see that go to a 7-0 round there. It was, I mean, UNL took an early advantage in health, but I mean, to see them pull it all the way through to the end without losing a tank is quite impressive. They take that round to go up 2-0 this series. And the map choice and spawn choice now is in UNL's hand.
MVEL did 3,000 damage in his T10.
Yeah, he had a great game. 2 kills.
Everybody else was running around 2,000 damage, except for Pooch didn't have to do anything. He had zeros, but he was just, you know, waiting to pounce.
He
He didn't have to do anything.
He was the spotter. He literally shot one.
Yeah.
He only shot one.
Well, he had
one
a good
round.
position at one point there, where he was in behind both of CDR's medium tanks, and he was contemplating jumping on them, and you could see the hesitation, and he peeled off and went back around. He decided to stay alive and keep the gun advantage for later in the game when it might have been necessary, but his team prevailed without him needing to fire any of the shots. The shot he fired, I saw it was just a cross map shot. Didn't even connect. It was just in the direction of the base at one point.
One of the CDR guys only had like 300 or 400 damage, and then the other guy, the E50, I know for sure he had zeros across the board. And I mean, I guess you could kind of live with, you just see him right there, UNL 1 without Pooch doing anything other than spot and be in certain positions. I guess being ready to do something if he needed to. But CDR, in that E50 with 0 is really bad. What map is the range?
Proc with the left side. So you're gonna have to switch.
Okay. Alrighty. Proc encounter.
Now UNL faced off against L7 on proc, and it was L7's map choice. And then after the battle, we got to speak to Psycho Pooch, and Psycho Pooch. We asked them because when they came to their map choice, they chose steps, and we had asked Psycho Pooch if steps was the choice for steps was based on the fact that L7 was playing down a tank, and they wanted to capitalize on their lack of a spotting tank in their lineup. And Psycho Pooch said the UNL loves playing big open maps like proc and steps and whatnot. So so L7 picked their favorite map for their map, and then Psycho Pooch basically got to pick their second favorite map. This time they're using proc as their choice.
Yeah, CDR is gonna have to do something to push this to a game 4.
Definitely.
I think they just, to me, they've been playing pretty passive. What do you think, Weez? I mean, last time they were kind of aggressive in their movements, and this time they seem like they're pretty passive. Do you think it's because they know UNL pretty well, and they're trying to
I think that is playing into it, because when we did have our after-battle talk with CDR, with their leader, we had told them, they at that point they knew UNL was going to be their matchup, and he had said, "How do you feel about playing?" We asked him how he felt about being matched up against UNL, and there sounded like a bit of hesitation in his tone. Yeah, that they knew the clan well, and that they'd rather play a team that doesn't know them so well.
Stick, both teams are ready.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it sounds to me, because last time their strats were, I mean, they were aggressive, and they looked real coordinated, and now, especially on that map, it kind of bottled them up. I think they would have been better off with an open map myself, but we'll see. I don't want to say they're playing scared, but it just doesn't look like the same team that we saw against NFTG.
But like we saw against NFTG as well, they went down the first round. Right now they're down 2 rounds, but this is definitely a team that can come back and win when they're down rounds. I expect to see CDR shake it off and come out in this next round.
I mean, their back is against the wall. They gotta do something. If UNL is going to do what they did last time.
So this is round 3, and we have UNL in the red with an M41 Bulldog again, 2 E50s, a Batchet AP, 2 T10s, and a Wiz A1s. Pull out CDR for me, Cav.
CDR has the M41 Bulldog, pair of E50s, Batchet 25 TAP, a T10, and 2 WZ 2-minute.
WZ has become a very popular tank in comp matches.
It's fast and it's got good frontal armor. We like to use it.
Chico doing the spots in the field, but the rest of his team has crossed under the ridge and is heading for the big hill.
The gun hits pretty hard as well. Looks CDR's pushing the hull. They're sending two mediums and 2 heavies up the hill. Get an overwatch in
I think the whole point of the Chico out here was to just kind of spot them up and make them hesitate before coming over. He's trying to pull them back into those 2 tanks that have posted up on the tracks there. I think maybe Philo took a shot at one of those T10s a little prematurely. He might have wanted to wait for him to commit.
Yeah,
chasing that Bulldog down.
UNL has Psycho out in the B0 line. He's watching the flags. He'll spot anybody that comes down the hill, which he's doing right now.
CDR has sent all 4 tanks to the top of the hill and looked like they were going to come all the way over, but they stopped. Psycho Pooch has spotted them. It's Sam.
Psycho
shot
is
into...
in that bush. I mean, they should be able to, he must have a fantastic crew in that tank. Because they're right there and they're not seeing him. He should get spotted anytime though. There he is.
Right there. I mean, Psycho Pooch is a great light tanker, but I don't see him getting out of this one. He's got too many guns that can hit him.
Okay, now
Angie's...
gives them the advantage.
Wonder if Angie's going to do a premature reload after putting a few into Pooch.
I would reload right now if I was him.
Now, CDR doesn't have the health advantage right now, but the thing that CDR does have is 2 fast tanks that can spot, and UNL only has 1 now. So, I mean, E50s are fast and this and that.
They also have map control right now. Although they're moving down the hill and they gave up the high ground, so I don't know what their plan is right now, because they're leaving the option for UNL to push around and they... Well, I guess they can't. They left their Bulldog and E50.
Well, they do have the guys on K7 over there, so...
Mad Max.
Still hoping to see what they're going to do over there. On J and K, looks like they're moving a little bit.
He got past the bridge undetected. Waiting for T10s to cross the tracks. I think right now putting the double cap pressure is a good idea. UNL's a little bit stretched out.
Although CDR is kind of stretched out as well, but they have good matchup. I mean, I guess they have better positioning.
It's okay the way they're stretched out.
Yeah, you're right.
Positioning is protecting the cap.
I just wouldn't personally. I mean, they're doing all right, but I would have left at least somebody up on top of the hill. Cap's under 30 seconds. UNL's gonna have to do something aggressive. Because, like, right now, say they pushed to
Yeah, they got the pressure on them hard.
With 4 tanks. Yeah.
Them guys are just way too far away, and then there's a medium tank that's right on top of them. 2 guys that are closest to the flag.
CDR is going to start closing up because they know that they have 15 seconds and that they're going to have to push on the flag. So I see them; they're pulling the guys in closer to defend the flag. Here comes the push. The E-50's coming onto the tracks from the B line.
Oh, there goes a hit. Flag got
recap is on now. 15 seconds.
Down to 15 seconds.
Slugfest is happening, and UNL is pulling ahead on the health. They need to get the cap.
And
They
another
get the cap reset. They just bust right through. Those T-10s just plow through. They need to punish them now for it.
Yeah, balls in
UNL just
UNL's
did
court.
a great job of neutralizing that cap attempt.
Wow. What a
That
turnaround.
is on a reload.
You're looking at the last 2 CDR tanks alive, both still on the cap.
Both 1 shots now.
They put the reset shots into the cappers, and then they just melted everyone else.
Great job, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a CDR win there. I thought that was
It did
great...
look like a CDR win, and then
Wow.
turned around
That
quickly.
was
Tanks
crazy
had
right
almost
there.
3,000 damage. Mville had almost 3,000 damage. Everybody else below 2,000. Not a lot of damage put out from CDR at all, but from the 3 matches, I don't know. I just thought they played timid.
Rated but hated had 71 defense points, so 71 taken off the cap points. So he put the big save in there. He only got 400 damage, but those 2 pens that he got must have both been cap resets. So a big MVP for
Big MVP to him.
that.
Yeah, definitely.
I really did think that was a well-timed cap pressure. There's a time and a place to put that cap pressure on. I thought it was the right time. It looked good. They posted up at the crossing there with tanks to stop, and UNL said not today, and they just pushed right through.
Afternoon.
What's going on, Pooch? How are you, buddy?
I'm very well, thank you.
Say
Bit of a
go,
cold,
Pooch.
but other than that, I'm good.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations on a
That's how you
great,
guys played.
great win at that last match right there, man.
That's how you guys played really well.
Thank you.
Just came in and reset that cap.
Yeah, that last game coming in, I thought that they had good position, and you guys just came in and melted them out. It was pretty impressive.
Yes, it's quite an easy cap to reset, Proc, if you know which angles to come in from.
Yeah.
So,
I saw that also in that game. You were in that bush, and they were right in front of you, and they had no clue you were there. And then
it's a very dangerous position. We've used it a few times, but if they drop into the water, the proxy kicks in, and that's the end of my bulldog, I'm afraid. But it gives a lot of intel.
You had them lit up for a long time.
Once they come that far up and over the hill, they've kind of committed. And even though it was a sacrifice on your part to know that, knowing that they've committed all the way up and over the hill is a huge piece of intel for the remaining 6 tankers on your team, and gives you a good position for calling the match from spectator view for the rest of that game. And it
does. It obviously traps them on that side of the map. Then that's it. You just work angles and work them down, and that's GG at the end of the day.
Yep. CDR, when we watched them play NFTG, they looked really aggressive. They had clear strats that they looked like they were practicing, and when they played you guys today, they looked really timid and that they were playing more defensive. And we were kind of talking that maybe because they know you guys so well that they kind of played defensively instead of being more aggressive with you. Did you feel that way?
Well, possibly. I mean, we've played CDR a few. We've played CDR a few times. It's been scrims, and yeah, it did seem that they'd taken like a defensive edge, especially on Pacific Island.
Yeah.
Which was a strange pick, I have to say. We were a bit taken aback when that came out, and we were like, really? Okay, but you know,
a little different.
You did a great job with those E50s, though. That was an excellent position you sent them to. Now, was that something that just kind of happened, or was that?
No, we decided obviously to push the Bulldog into the middle, leave the E50s back for the early shots, and obviously got the intel with the Bulldog there, and one of their E50s got severely punished at the beginning of the game, and obviously left him on the back foot from the start there, losing nearly a full tier 9 at the beginning.
And then that second game, you fired. That second game, you only fired one shot. You just kind of sat back and spotted, and just kind of enjoyed the view. It looked like.
I was just trying to keep their techs out of the game. Really, those two mediums, just irritate them with the Bulldog. Obviously, E50s are quite difficult to tackle with the Bulldog, so.
Also, that rated but hated.
I called that out too.
Yeah, and rated but hated in those first two matches. Phew.
Yeah, he's a fantastic heavy tank driver for us. He's a really strong heavy tank driver.
In a crazy spot in the Pacific Island. They just couldn't do anything about him.
There was one point it was the second game where it was the first one where he made that push by himself, and he went right through 4 tanks, and not one person shot, but it gave them the focus on him, and the rest of your guys pushed in. It was excellent. Anyway, congratulations.
Thank you.
You just earned yourself a semifinal berth, and you will play the winner of UGCC 40AD, which is played later tonight. So congratulations.
7 p.m. Eastern time.
Well, is that being streamed? Is that being streamed?
Yes,
that will be streamed tonight.
Yes, I'll certainly stop up this evening there, and we'll have a watch at that, see who we're playing in the next round.
Right.
Awesome.
Anyway, congratulations to UNL. And
congrats, man.
Great games.
Thank you very much.
Congrats, guys. And with that, we're going to take a break, and I will be back on within 2 hours because we are less than 2 hours away from streaming UGCC versus 48AD. Hope you guys tune in and watch that match, guys. And for now, take off.